Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Eastern Gopnik Plays Realm of Mad God. Today I'll be trying to solo the Mountain Temple. This is a dungeon I've never soloed before, so it should be interesting. Now I have done this quite a few times, so I know how it works, but in terms of how good I am at this dungeon, I wouldn't say I'm definitely the best. I've got enough experience on it to sort of understand how most of the enemies work, but I am still a little bit scared of the enemies that petrify you. The boss, I think I should be okay with. I shouldn't have too much trouble with the boss. These enemies can be very dangerous as well. If you can get yourself paralyzed, you're in deep trouble. But I think I will be doing the treasure room here as well. So I am going to be looking out for all of the candles that you need to light in order to access the treasure room. So therefore, I'm going to be going up into this upsplit, I suppose is what they would call it. To try and find any more candles, because I don't think the boss is going to be this way. Oh, okay. Ooh, what? Is there an enemy? Oh, they arch back and forth, do they? Okay. Seems like the coral bow is probably the thing I want to be using instead of doom bow, since these enemies move around plenty. But on this one, I think I will switch over to the doom bow just for some quick damage. Now I have lit the candle and there's no more rooms, so there's no point in me clearing. And yeah, I think that's that done. Let's continue down to the left side. But yeah, in terms of the dungeon, like I said, these guys are pretty scary as well. I think as long as you sort of stay back most of the time, you should be fine in terms of this dungeon, especially on an 8/8 character. It shouldn't be too bothersome as long as you sort of keep your distance. A lot of people that I see doing this dungeon, they really don't like clearing for the treasure room first, and with a big group it should be much easier, to be honest. And it's weird that that's not how it works. Most people just rush to the boss, or you have one rush, everybody teleports, and that's that. I think they should maybe make it so that you can't teleport in this dungeon. And I think they should maybe just... Ooh, I didn't see that guy. They should maybe just make the loot a little bit better. Because right now, this dungeon, I don't think... if it spawns in the realm, a lot of people don't actually do it because they think it's not worth it. The STs for the samurai, people just don't want to sort of take their time to do this dungeon for STs that are usually not going to be used so much, I think. So yeah, I think that it needs a little bit of redesign. Well, not too much, not too much. It's a nice dungeon nonetheless. It did release when I wasn't playing, so it was nice to come back to a dungeon like this. I think it looks cool. The aesthetic is really nice. The enemies are... I think the enemies are well designed as well. I don't think the enemies are designed in a bad way too. Especially from me soloing right now. Now solos are much different compared to when you do dungeons with groups, especially big ones. You take a lot more time when you solo. You have to be way more cautious, and these guys can actually destroy me if I get too close, because they do 60 damage each, armor piercing, as you just saw right there. And then if you stand on them, they've got the chance to like explode. So yeah, they do this 1-2 shot sort of thing. Let me see if I can find another one. 1-2, 1-2, and then yeah, the boom, the explosion. And that explosion is something I'm definitely afraid of. Okay, so that's that candle lit, and I think that's the end of this room. But these are very nice rooms. The way they look, the whole aesthetic is super cool. I was thinking, instead of making the treasure room, I don't know. Instead of making the treasure room so boring where you just open a chest, I think it should be another mini-boss. Maybe you should light all the candles and another mini-boss spawns in like a swamp or something. I think that would be a lot better. Oh, okay. I shouldn't have ran in there so fast. That could have been death if there was more of them. But yeah, I think the treasure room's so boring. And in a way, no wonder people don't do it. I think you can't even get the white bags from the treasure room, which sort of really defeats the point. I think you should have the same drops as the main boss. That would make it, worth it. I think more people would do it. More people would go into the dungeon because there's a double, chance to get loot. So yeah, maybe that's something for Deca to think on, but I don't think they'll be too bothered to make any changes, especially to such a dungeon that's already released. They're working on RX3 and stuff like that, I suppose. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, in terms of real life, the heat has been still all over the UK. It's still been super hot. I've been on a nice walk today. I think it was a total of 4 miles that I walked, which was nice. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go on a jog today afterwards as well. After I finish this video, I just like to jog. My mate told me that there's a thing called the runner's high, where essentially, you know, you just feel amazing when you're jogging around and you're listening to music. And I definitely agree with him, to be honest. I just love going out for a jog, get my headphones on. I've got some good ones. They do collect a lot of sweat, but they're leather, so it's all good. I can wipe it off pretty easy, so it's not too terrible. But yeah, just put on some good tunes and have a blast running around and sort of push your own limits, you know. It's always nice. And my idea behind jogging is, if I ever need to run anywhere, I'll be ready. Like, obviously situations in life where you have to actually jog or run somewhere don't come up too much. But in case they do, I'll be ready. And I sort of took that sort of advice from, these archback, I need to be careful. From Dwight Schrute from The Office, to be honest. I sort of look up to the guy, to be honest, because he's so... I'm not sure how to even explain it. He's so ready for those things that aren't just everyday life, such as hunting and looking for yourself out in the wild, I suppose, running, jogging, all that stuff. And that's kind of like what I want to be as well, I believe. I'd like to be able to run whenever I need to. And if I was ever for some reason stuck in a forest, I'd love to look after myself without having the need to go to a city or a town in order to survive. I think that's what we all want, to be honest. I can make a pretty good campfire so far. I definitely can't hunt. I'm not good at hunting. There's not much hunting going on in the UK unless you happen to own your own farmland and unless you pay big money. There's no sort of like public hunting, I believe. No, as far as I'm aware, it's definitely illegal. So that's not something I get into too much. As far as rifles go, I know that's... Well, I don't know, but I think that's all over America, like having your own gun and stuff, and most people knowing how to actually shoot a gun and, you know, load one up and stuff. Not too common in the UK, and I never really got involved with guns too much. I have shot airsoft before, just bottles, you know, nothing alive. And it's sort of nice, especially when you get the aim right, I suppose. On the airsoft, you see the bullet doesn't exactly, you know, wind does affect it. So it's even more fun if you do hit the bottle and it's windy sort of thing. But yeah, here we are, the boss. Let's see how it goes. Now, the boss I'm pretty confident in. I have done the boss many times. I think the phase that I'm most scared of is probably going to be the paralyzed phase. Everything else I'm feeling pretty okay with, to be honest. Okay, one last flame. That flame. And you always want to stand on the left side. Left side of whatever flame he is. He always gives you the opportunity to stand on the left side. Then you just rotate around like so. Easy peasy. There we go. Oh, nice dodges, to be honest. I'm kind of proud of myself. Okay, I'll have to paralyze myself here because I won't be able to go all the way to the left side. Okay, that seems to be it. This phase is useless. I don't know why it exists. You should be able to shoot the boss in that phase, because honestly it's just useless. I mean, you might as well just sort of stand back and not do anything. Why would you stand in the room when you can't deal any damage to the boss, right? Okay, let's just get paralyzed. Okay, where's he going next? Right here. Boom. Okay, still doing pretty well with the flames. Oh, that was a bad dodge. That was a bad dodge as well. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to make it there. Boom. Oh, okay, he's already changing into the next phase. Avoid the petrify. Nice dodge. Now, these guys look really cool. Imagine these 4 guys as the mini-boss for the treasure room. That'd be so cool. Very, very cool. I wish they did that. But, yeah, again, they're just useless 4 heads that have really cool sprites but don't actually do anything useful. I think this dungeon deserves some changes for how fun of a dungeon it seems to be in terms of sprites and design. Okay. The bleeding is not good. Oh, I guessed it. I'm going to paralyze myself again, I think. I think I can hit him there. I hope so. Okay, should be able to dodge this easy. Very nice. It goes back into the middle, and now this is the last phase. So it's a pretty easy boss as long as you done sort of as long as you avoid the flames and sort of dodge around. Like I said, you always start on the left side if you're facing north, like I always am. And then it's all pretty easy. Now here I suppose I should be avoiding the weak shots. He's not exactly shooting out any big flames which do either 250 or 60 damage. And the last phase, he just stands still, and when you shoot him, I don't know why this phase exists. And yeah, that's basically the end of the dungeon. I'll take the mark, and the treasure room should be open. Yeah, there we go. So let's see what we get from the dungeon treasure room. After we're done with the treasure room, I think I'll open up some vault chests that I have sitting around as well. I did 3 epic chests, 3 epic quests today, so you know, might get something good. And yeah, so that's my take on this dungeon. I do like it. I definitely do like it. I just think there's some minor tweaks, especially on the boss fight, that could be made in order to just improve it, make it a bit more fun and challenging. And I think that's basically all there is. Oh, blood bow, that would have really helped me out on my 7-8 archer PPE, but oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so that was fun. I think what I'll be doing next is I'll probably try and do the Lair of Draconis. I think that'll be a fun challenge for me. It's not something I've ever soloed before, ever. So, and it has been around since I've been playing, so I think that would be fun to solo. But anyway, let's open up some chests. Let's open up the standard one first. Pop the Lotus for good luck, and let's hope for some white bags. Nothing special. And I think I'll pop these 3, then I'll pop the royal one. So 1, 2, 3. Life bringing Lotus for good luck. Ah, no white bags. Seems like we're not getting as many white bags as we used to be, but we are getting plenty of mana here, so can't be too complaining. And royal epic chest. Boom. Boom. Let's go. Oh, okay. 2 life and an A crop. Okay, so that's going to be a nice giveaway for somebody. If you join my Discord, I do giveaways pretty much every single day, so there's no reason you shouldn't join. And it's all fun and games in there as well. Plenty of nice guys. Jesus, that sounds like a gay porno now. I apologise. It's a fun Discord. Just join and get chatting, alright? Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of me soloing in Mountain Temple. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment. I do appreciate it. And if you want more episodes, please just subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Thank you very much. I hope you have a nice day, and bye-bye.